Holy hell, your mom lets your chapter have 2 loading screens? Hello, this is Tales Through Daybreak. Trails? No tails on the channel anytime soon. You know, well, let's not start the video off making enemies. Well, I'll play a Tales game one more time in my life, at least. You know, the series isn't completely dead to me. He gets one more shot. So what are we doing here? We're finishing up our talking. Very awkward start to the video. This is what I get for not just doing my practice intro that I arbitrarily decided that was going to be my intro when I was like 15 years old, and I've stuck with it since then.
We have merchandise for the movie.
I must say, with the death of Vegas Films president Gaspar Dillion was announced, we were all in complete shock. Like, who the hell is this guy? And that's without going into the rather dark, unfortunate rumors being reported on him as well. You know, he may have been French? Huh. Even if his legacy is an imperfect one, I know for a fact that his passion for the Tharbad Film Festival is genuine. I had the chance to speak with him before he passed. His eyes lit up as he described how novel and groundbreaking the festival was going to be. Picture this, movie festival? No movies. It's a miracle the film festival is still able to proceed under such trying circumstances. I'm sure he must be pleased up there in heaven. I mean, you got a couple of the letters right for where he is. Probably. Shooty guy, Mick Shooter. He's the shootiest. I'm not surprised Will's Requiem won the Best Direction Award. Wasn't my choice better than that Golden Blood. There's no obscene content in that movie, unlike Gotti's trash. You can tell it has respect for the motion pictures that came before it. No match for the greatest films the medium has produced, but as a piece of mass market entertainment, it's good enough. I mean, it's not anywhere near damn as good as dang old missile hit the moon in the sky. I mean, cinema just ain't been the same since. Exactly. Also, don't bait me into thinking that you're a real person.
Thank you for your visit today.
I'm not scared of watching Midnight Memories, really. I'm just waiting for Mama to come back from the restroom. Going to the theater without permission's wrong, you know?
If you have a ticket, please
If she doesn't get back until after it started, that's okay. It's more fun if we watch it together. Midnight Memories? Is that like our Friday the 13th knockoff?
We have merchandise for the movie on sale at the shop.
More and more information is beginning to trickle out about the death of the President Gaspar Dillion before the Tharbad Film Festival. In the immediate aftermath, the details about it were suppressed, which set the industry in a disarray. Thankfully, things are subsiding now. Although Vegas Films continues to be shut down for now, it looks to be only a matter of time before they bring on a new president and resume work. I imagine Salvatore Gotti's popularity as a director went a long way towards garnering the support needed to rebuild the company.
You have a ticket. Please proceed to the entrance.
Hello.
No, they were probably like, actually, the CEO doesn't do anything. The board's just gonna keep running the company, basically. Welcome. Can I get you a ticket for something?
Merchandise for the movie on sale.
What's playing right now?
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
What the fuck? There's no Wolves Requiem? I think it said it was only playing at night. Well, did we finish off the area? I can't tell. My mini-map is broken. I believe so. Well, let's,
The show
Hello.
on screen 2 will soon begin.
have we seen Perfect Driver 2?
Proceed to the entrance.
I don't actually know. How many tickets do you wish to buy?
We have merchandise for the movie on sale at the shop.
Give me Aaron, give me Rosette.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Eat shit, Fairy, and whatever your name is, Anya's. Man decided to let everyone loose so he could watch a movie during his work break. After inviting some company to tag along with them, they made their way out to the theater. Three high schoolers sneak into an old mansion looking to use it as the setting for their independent horror film. Lance is the star actor, Joshua is the cameraman, and Emily is the screenwriter. Each dutifully fulfills their role in the filming process progresses without incident. However, a strange phenomenon occurs as they begin shooting the final scenes. Non-ass background.
Is it just me, or has the lighting been acting up for a bit?
Has it? I don't know. It was working fine this morning. Whoa! The lights went out.
Hey, come on! I can't see a thing! Get those lights back! Ah!
Lance? Huh? Emily? Is that you? Blood! Hey, Emily! Something happened to
Come play with me, Joshua.
Were you spooked? If there'd been more of some lead up, that probably would have spooked me. Like if you were actually playing like a horror game or something and they did that shit, like with like a decent amount of tension and lead up, yeah, that spooked the hell out of me. You know, at first I thought this was gonna be some low budget B-grade schlock, but that was actually pretty damn entertaining. Emily's face when she got all possessed was all messed up. Yeah, the scene was definitely a shocker. Tell me something, Aaron. If someone you knew wound up like her, what would you do? Stab? Do it just like Ash did? I'd try and save him. If that wouldn't work, then I'd put him out of their misery. It'd suck, but it'd be the best thing for him. Better than let him suffer. That's about what I figured you'd say. Yeah, can't say I'm terribly surprised. Sorry I'm so predictable, I guess. What do you want? That was very entertaining. I've never seen a horror film before this. I can understand now why someone would go out of their way to subject themselves to such fear. I imagine it becomes addicting. Unfortunately, this model does not have fear processors, so I don't really get the point. Yeah, seemed to handle that movie like a trooper though. Not expecting anything else in the likes of you. Perhaps, but I certainly still felt my heart race as I was watching it. Perhaps next time I watch such a film, I'll do so at night. I'm sure that must add to the ambiance. Hey, looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for the movie. Van's face. Huh, a brochure. Like, I don't know, he just looks, he's like side-eyeing it. Hey, I should pick one up as a souvenir. Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, we'll reload it just to see what the other two.
Thank you for your
And then I don't think we've seen Perfect Driver 2, but maybe we have.
Everyone will soon begin.
Maybe we did see it in like the nighttime where you don't pick people to come with you. Maybe that was it. Yeah, fair. You can't see a titty, but your ass sure can get spooked. Three Heikos. I actually don't need to see this. Especially because I don't want to get spooked. There's nothing scarier than an enemy you can't even see. They're so tough to deal with. You can't ambush them and you can't do any diversions either. It sucks. That's what you were thinking about the whole time? Just to be clear, you do understand it was all made up, right? None of that was real. I mean, like, her best friend got possessed and turned into a monster. Like, she really shouldn't be that shocking for her. I've got to be prepared in case we encounter any ghosts. Who knows when or where we might find one. But don't worry, Van. If that ever happens, I'll definitely kill you. It's what you would want, right? Okay. Appreciate you watching our backs, Fairy. Guess I'll take this over her coming out of it super spooked. Anya's, you doing okay? What do you mean? I'm perfectly fine, really. I had you there next to me the whole time. What more could I have needed to feel safe? Sure, I got my heart really pounding and blood racing, but other than that, I'm okay. Anya's, wake up! Anya's! After being carried to the doctor's office and taking a brief rest, Anya's came back to her senses and fully recovered good as new. Nah, she was replaced by like a robo model. Rosette snuck in. So here's the newest Anya's bot we've been working on back at the lab. Looks like they're selling commemorative brochures to this movie.
If you have a ticket.
Okay. I guess we'll look at Perfect Driver.
Hello.
Thank you for your visit.
Give me Rosette. Give me Anya's. Even if we have seen it, because if we saw it at nighttime, we wouldn't have been able to see the little dialogues afterwards, I'm pretty sure. Well, we couldn't have seen it with Rosette, so at least there'll be that. Philip, a young fledgling Z1 driver, is the son of Louis Adler, the legendary racer. Tormented by the crushing weight of his father's legacy, Philip rebels against him, shattering the bond they held in the process. Shortly thereafter, Louis gets into an accident and perishes on the spot. With little time to process the untimely death of his father, Philip is thrust into the Grand Prix, his focus fractured and his will dwindling. But then in the final lap of the race, when all hope of victory was nearly lost, the words of his father echo in Philip's mind. I do like to think that this is actually the way the films work.
The thing you gotta aim for ain't the finish line. You're gonna have to think way beyond that. If you want to be a legend, set your sights on a goal to call your own, then speed past it.
That the movies are just, here's a quick
Unbelievable!
4-sentence
Philip's taking the
summary.
lead. He's past last year's champion, Max. Look at that little Lino of his go. Something's really lit a fire in him. Nothing's gonna stop him now.
That little punk didn't even spare me a second thought. Who on earth is that kid racing here?
I found it, Dad. I found my goal beyond the finish line. I just wish I could have found it while you were still here. I'm going to leave you in the dust, Louis Adler.
Chief Mechanics,
I
like,
won't
brother,
stop
what are you
racing
talking
until
about?
I override every legendary record you ever set.
We're on open mic. I don't know what you call those people. The, like, you know, I guess coach? Are they coaches? I've never really watched F1 at all. I mean, I was forced to watch NASCAR as a child. Oh boy, that's a pastime right there. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the thing I was trying to say, but then the thing was voice acted and kept interrupting me. Gosh, I'm putting all this money into your game so that I can't say my stupid jokes. But I like to imagine that's actually how the movies work. They're just like a 4-sentence summary, followed by like a 45-second scene, and they're like, "Yep, that's the movie." Family relationships can be such tricky things to deal with. Yeah, okay, whatever. Oh, so my family's important. We may be like founding the Republic or something. There's some things you can forgive because you're related, but there's other things that are hard to compromise for that same reason. I can really relate to Philip's frustration in the movie. How should I put it? I'm the last person in Zamir who wants to come off as preachy, but when you have something to say to someone, you should say it while you still can. That's my motto. You're right, Van. I should talk to my dad while I still have the time. Why are you calling me? I'm busy. I still feel slightly on edge after watching that film, albeit in a good way. The racers are so engrossing I could feel my hands tensing up before I even knew it. For a movie that puts the human drama front and center, they put a lot of effort into the racing. I'd love to hop in the passenger seat with a pro driver like that sometime and feel what it's like to whip a car around. Like that. Gotta be wild. I will say, ordinarily, I strive to provide a safe, comfortable riding experience for my clients while driving. However, if you wish for me to engage EX mode, that can be obliged. I'm gonna be real with you, Rosette. I'm more than a little tempted to take you up on it, but let's not get up in any trouble, alright? As you wish. Don't trust the damn self-driving AI, man. She's gonna get us killed, Van.
The ticket.
How do I load the game? I should have thought about like ending it on the characters we actually wanted to end it on. I guess I don't really care about who gets the connection points. I don't know if it like like if there's anything for getting them maxed out, like there's like a little extra dialogue or something, or if it's just stats.
Screen 1 will soon begin.
I think it's just stats,
If you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance.
but either way, it doesn't really matter that much. Get skipped. It felt kind of sad watching that movie, to be honest. I guess having such an amazing dad isn't always so easy. Definitely didn't look like it with how things are between you and your dad, that's for sure. You don't feel any kind of pressure, even a little. I'm sure the adults among the Warriors must have high expectations for you. I don't know, I didn't really think there is. Dad's like my guidepost. He teaches me so much. I want to be like him when I grow up. I can't wait to disown my own kid. Gotcha. Knowing what I do about the two of you, I can see how you feel that way. Maybe if Philip was more dedicated like you are, things would have turned out a lot differently for him in that movie. Didn't he win? Isn't he the champion? I mean, it's not like his dad died because he was an asshole. His dad just kind of died independently of that, then he felt guilty about it. I mean, unless you guys saw something I did and I only got a four-sentence summary. You know, it's like they pop up the Wikipedia plot summary and then there's like, okay, here's the last 60 seconds of the movie. We're done here. I'm watching 100 movies today, man. They go so fast. Sons definitely tend to have a different kind of relationship with their dads compared to their moms. And they really shouldn't try to force themselves to be all buddy-buddy if it doesn't come to them naturally, if you ask me. You know, speaking of dads, I don't know if I've ever heard much about yours. Can you, brother, look at me. Of course I don't have a dad. Look at my hair. You think a motherfucker with hair this spiky can have a father figure? It's impossible. Get out of here. That's because I never knew the guy, and Geem was more of a grandfather to me. This goes to show you don't need a dad in your life to make life work, I guess. Kind of a deep thought for you. Guess you have a brain somewhere in that head of yours. Also, isn't the way you turned out a good argument for maybe you should have had a dad? Ha ha! Hey, it looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for the movie. How doth one seeth commemorative brochures? Hey, we never read this. I really don't want to read it right now, if I'm being honest. I mean, like, I want to read it, but I don't want to read it out loud. I'm not feeling it. Because this is going to be another, like, half of it. Well, not a half video, but I'm going to record it in 2 parts. So we'll probably actually be stopping here in a few minutes. Or pausing. We'll have a brief commercial break, but there won't be a commercial. Cast Albert Granger et al. What do you say? What do you mean at all? Oh, I'm gonna be in a movie. Who do you get to be? At all? Don't even get. There's not even like the second build actor / actress doesn't even get to show up. Oh, special appearance by Maxim Luga. You know how pissed I would be if I'm like a real professional actor. Say I'm like second build. I get listed as et al, whereas fucking the random celebrity guest appearance gets mentioned. A human drama that explores the love and struggle between a young Z1 racer and his famous father. Phillips' rebelliousness causes a falling out between him and his father, a legendary racer of the past named Lewis, or Louis, depending on however you want to say it. We don't know why there's an S, shut up. Before they can patch things up, Lewis/Louis tragically dies in a sudden accident. Philip, now wrestling with regret, speeds ever on towards his next race.
Today.
There's a new movie. New movie guy just dropped. Well, he didn't drop, but he moved here. Actually, was he always in Edith? I feel like I didn't start making fun of that until he went to Longport, though.
Let's be on our way.
We'll probably do a couple more NPC talks before we pause it. And then I'll read we'll read the thing just later. In this video, probably. Unless I forget, which is unlikely, right? Yeah, I seen you on the street and they tell you Etois where the luxury's at. But the other companies want a piece of that market too. They're putting out their own high-end models. It'll be really interesting to see how they do luxury, and you bet I'm going to be comparing their specs. I heard they're showing off at Basel's Motor Pavilion before they hit the market. Man, I'd love to head over there someday, but it's impossible. Nobody's ever going to go to Basel, ever. Nope. No one's ever going to Basel. I tell you what, Vern's stocks have been a real roller coaster ride lately. It's making my head spin. One minute they invest some cash out the wazoo for that film festival, next their subsidiary gets slapped with a patent lawsuit. They've got a high floor thanks to their federal contracts, but man, they've been putting out fires left, right, and center. And those reparation funds are a ticking time bomb. Once they dry up, all those stocks will go kaput. Nah, there's no way a company would like have poor long-term fiscal management. All right, we're just gonna make infinite money forever. Okay, we don't need to think. Oh, what about next quarter? Okay, because my ass is I'm gonna move to another company next quarter. Okay, I just need to make sure this quarter's good. The CEO is, well, let's just say he doesn't have the best reputation on the market floor. He's a real knee-jerk kind of guy, always moving to put out fires in the short term at the expense of the long term. It's bad for stability. Something's got to give there. He can't keep doing that much longer. That new mafia, Almada. You can't say that name. Oh God, he's gonna get assassinated. What if his head just exploded? Because he said the forbidden word. They've really gone and wrought havoc across Edith. Those guys have no moral compass at all. Peddling, drugs, extorting money from innocent people. Okay, I guess I did. What is peddling drugs, not peddling, comma, drugs? It is kind of funny to think of him saying peddling is like a horrible crime. Make sure you don't get tangled up in one of their schemes. They're getting more crafty by the day.
Alrighty.
I've dealt with my fair share of reporters in my job, but that dingo Brad guy's stumping me. What's he really after? He knows more than he seems to let on from the times I've worked with him. I don't buy that he's just some mill journo. Feels like he's getting involved with him is only asking for trouble, though. Best keep my distance. Granted, if he starts walking towards me, I can't really do much because I'm not allowed to move 1 inch from my post. There are all kind of reporters out there, and we need to make sure we treat them all fairly. Some of those guys try to kiss up to us or appeal to emotion, shit like that. Sometimes they just need to back off. Confidential information is usually confidential for a reason. Oh hey, it's Dingo. Who could have seen that coming, that he was in the room where the guy mentioned him? Oh, that policeman looks so cool. Don't worry, kid. That attraction will wear off. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll become like a hardcore supporter. You never know. I have an uptick in reports from crimes, and these just awful crimes. My heart aches when I listen to them. They really run the gamut. Fraud, assault, gang violence, business relations, peddling, all kinds of heinous shit. And even some strange reports tracing back to the church. Whoa, the church isn't strange, lady. Don't say strange and church in the same word. You never know where they could be frickin' listening. Criminals may diversify, but their targets remain the same. Poor, innocent people. Crime never changes.
Very well.
Is that the tagline for the movie Shooty Gun McGuy? Shoot time? Crime never changes? Of course, crime isn't all we handle. We get folks turning in lost items, asking about public services, that kind of stuff. There's a lot to handle. It all goes through me as the receptionist here. I do my best to make sure everybody's needs are met. Try to be clear and concise to people's questions, so their visit goes as smoothly as possible. People do keep coming in asking about their cats, and I say we've got a whole guild for that, though. We don't handle that here. Didn't expect to run into you here, so I'm up. Just wanted to check out a few things for this interview I got in Messeldam. Messeldam, huh? Sucks I didn't get to go there, man. Shit ain't fair. Just hearing the name makes me think of those guys. Yeah, shame too. The place is real beautiful. Has a great view out in the Northern Sea. I mean, we may still get to go to Messeldam. But last I heard, they've already moved their operations further inland. Police and the guild are all over, so they're lying low for the time being. I expect to be back at it soon enough. Figures. And here I thought I could finally relax for a bit. If I can catch wind of anything on your end, I appreciate if you kicked it over my way. Because, I mean, really, I don't know where else we could go. Like, I can't think of any other cities in Calvert that have been mentioned. Other than, like, Messeldam and... I'm trying to think, because everything else I can think of are technically, like, foreign countries. Which, I mean, I guess, you know, in theory, you could still go to, like, one of the, like, principality-type places that aren't technically in Calvert, but are, like, nearby and tiny. Cut it where it's due. Maybe I'll put out a pretty decent piece on Tharbad. You've been running around all over the place lately. I guess there's a method to her madness. Alright, so we're going to pause here for a second. And we'll come back later to finish up the video, and we'll read our new, well... strangers dealing with smugglers and gangs here in Edith, that comes with the territory. How they're lighting the whole black market on fire like that? Unless they got some kind of stash or hideout in Edith, there's no way that the evil criminal organization could ever operate under the nose of these cops, so that seems unlikely. But alright, yeah, we'll be back. Alright, we're back. I got no clue what's going on. It's been a very long time. It was more than a day break in this video. It's been like, I don't know, a week maybe? Just I don't know, I wasn't able to record for a while, then I was able to record, but then I wanted to watch The International because that was going on at the time, and you know that got my priority, even though it was a pretty bad year, honestly. Liquid won though, which was pretty cool. Big Liquid fan here. I know y'all are all very interested. So we're just talking to people, right? Like we're not in the middle of a quest. Yeah, I think maybe we were talking about maybe going to the waterworks, but we're just gonna talk to people for the video. Any previous plans abandoned? I think we have like one more regular side quest to do, I believe. Because usually you get like 2 real side quests and then a go kill a squid side quest. The young miss would normally be hanging around in the lobby at this time of day, and she's not in her penthouse either. Where could she have gone, I wonder? Yeah, I mean, if, you know, you're not in the hotel lobby or in the penthouse, I mean, you're just not living your life. It's a little early for her usual walk, and she's been gone far longer than usual. Rumsfeld has been acting strangely, too. Something smells fishy. I mean, when's Rumsfeld not acting fishy, you know? Rumsfeld is out of the office at the moment. I can help you with whatever security concerns you might have. I don't know if we want to let Rumsfeld handle security concerns. Or if you have a service request, you can reach out to Cremona. Wait, what'd you say? Yeah, Cremona? The young miss really worries me lately. I mean, I guess, you know, we would want to talk to security concerns with you, not him. Rumsfeld left me in charge here, but would I be more help out there? Yeah, I don't know. So Polanski, do you really think the Republican Party's a shot at taking the chamber back? Patriot lead plays everything close to the chest, and I'm sure you've heard those grumblings about some mysterious Vern contract. I'm worried that we'll be left behind if we don't follow suit. We'll have to respond, don't we? I understand that, Jennifer, but I assure you, the party's not sitting idly by. Look before you leap, as they say. Better opportunity may be waiting just around the corner. A detective must be decisive, but not a politician. I don't know why I read detective. A politician must be decisive, but not hasty. They must know when the time is right. Is that party policy or just a personal approach? It's just my intuition speaking. I suspect you'll get similar answers from my fellow partymen, though. We've taken away plenty of hard lessons in those long years under Rocksmith, to say nothing of the current administration. Politics is all about negotiating and bargaining. You need to know how and when to play your cards, and indeed when not to. I feel like somebody could make a popular song about this. Man, that old fox thinks he's some big shot just because he's cushy with Rocksmith. He's about as far across the aisle as Rocksmith because one could possibly be, but he could be my in. Isn't it kind of like weird that Rocksmith only ever like showed up like one time? I mean, I would assume he probably gets a cameo in these games in some form or fashion, but It is kind of funny that he was kind of set up to be like a really big deal, and then they just like, yeah, dude lost his election off screen. They're like, he's the omega popular populist. He's amazing. He's remaking Calvard. Actually, nope, wrong, incorrect. We got some other dude who probably like, you know, eats children's hearts or something. Jennifer seems to be expecting me to make a move, announce some big initiative as the heart of the party. But speaking from experience, I prefer not to be so rash. The bigger picture is more complicated than she makes it out to be. I understand she has her own interests and her own agenda to push, but she could stand to think a little more critically about this.
Well...
Also, what are your party policies, by the way? I mean, all we really know about the other one is that they're nationalists. And, I mean, you can make a lot of inferences from that. Are they just like the party, like we're the not as fascist party? Which, you know, I mean, sometimes that's all you need to be, I guess. Art is a subtle thing. Besides the obvious shapes and colors, like abstract feelings and emotions, that's what makes artwork so important. Lady, you're not painting anything. What may appear unimportant on the surface can turn out to be vital in understanding the bigger picture. The bigger picture is blank. You need to firmly grasp your subject. You should firmly grasp your brush and put it to the canvas. As for me, there's no subject more enigmatic than Trion Tower. There's something about it just speaks to me, and I'm driven to find out why. If I can put that abstract quality to canvas, I'll understand this feeling deep inside me, and I'll share it with the whole world. Yeah? Who is this person? Okay, you're down there. I was like, where is this person? It's like when we move, it's like the dot gets kind of weird on the mini-map. Because as you oh, there he is. As you know, I don't actually look at the game, I just look at the mini-map. Hello, sir. Oh yeah, huh. Guy looks like a butler or something. What's he doing here? I didn't know they let them outside of the hotel. Not since the Butler Act of 1207 that chained all of them to their confines. They're not allowed to leave unless granted government approval. He seems to be waiting for someone. You probably our quest, I assume. The fact there's actual dialogue for you. As opposed to us just, you know, over listening and like
Gonna eat something?
either over listening on strangers' conversations or just directly hearing their thoughts. That request from the Verne Company's really taken the lion's share of my attention. And the upper management's already at their wits' end with that litigation debacle. Red Star and Ethos are poised to cause even more problems if we don't keep their power and foreign ties in check. But then there's the rub. We found that perfect balance, we put a king's ransom in our pockets. The case has proven to be a cut above what we usually handle. I'd like to be there in the thick of it to make sure it all goes smoothly. Perhaps a little pick-me-up first wouldn't hurt. Hey, sorry, you ever thought about the fact there's not actually a king in any of the Trails games? Like, I don't know if that, but I'm just thinking. Erebonia's got an emperor. Calvard's got a queen. As far as we know, there's never been a king because she's been alive forever. I said Calvard, I meant not Crossbell, fucking Liberl. Crossbell, no king. Calvard apparently maybe used to have a king, but you know, we don't talk about that. Remy Ferry is a principality, so he's a prince. That's kind of weird. There's never been a king in the series? Is that true? The Jaeger King. Oh, yeah, okay, there's implied, yeah, there's a king for, fucking, the Salt Town. They're supposed to, or were they a principality? They may have been a principality, too. I don't know. Hey, Kanza, you name one king. You know, I've been wondering, how come you switch your skewers, or you switch to skewers at night? Brother, there's skewers right there in front of us. I mean, it still tastes good, but why only at night? I'm a soba man, that's what I sell during the day. But, sir, I don't see, I mean, I presumably there's some soba in those pots, but I see skewers. That's the regulars telling me they wanted some skewers to go with their drinks after work. So I threw them a bone, and here we are. Damn, that's dedication. Not every vendor goes out of the way for customer requests like that. So, think you could start stocking some Eastern sweets? Customer request? Sorry, I hate you.
Alrighty.
I'm a sober man, and that's all I got. Sweets aren't really my forte. If I'm doing customer requests, I want to do it right. I'm just not the guy to ask for those.
Hey, welcome.
Fine.
Thanks, pal.
I didn't do anything. I just wasted your time. I'm stuffed. I'm sitting. I've got about 2 hours to burn before my next job. Guess I've got some time for that little thing you asked me about. Oh yeah, sorry for asking when you're so busy. It'd be a big help if you could, though. Come on, loosen up now. You're a B rank, right? You gotta learn to be more casual on the job and let the rank speak for itself. Now, let's see if you can keep up with my full course treatment. Yes, sir. This is like Zen or a lane level client I'm working with here. I can't mess this up. I was trying to think of some way to work in a joke about him wanting to, like, have him fuck his wife, because Craig is, you know, a loser. I couldn't really figure out a way to do it naturally, so I'm just gonna do it in the most unnatural way possible. Because, like, the problem with the joke is that it would imply that Clyde has a wife, which I don't know. It's a kind of hard premise to even have the joke as like a springboard for the joke, because you're like, I don't buy it. Like, we're not in the burlap sack days. Like, if it was burlap sack era where you could just, you know, go on the street with your sack and then you know, what you gonna do? You got no rights. But you know, we're a little more enlightened now. Got a long way to go, but you won't do yourself any favors by rushing your steps. Take it at your own pace. Get me? Oh man, Hazel's a good eye, you know. Promotion will come around when you're ready for it. I guess it's probably Hazel, but Hazel as a name sounds weird. I mean, Hazel sounds weird too, but I know. I just want to get this monkey off my back, you hear me? Do we have monkeys? Yeah, there's monkeys. There's monkeys in this series. I wanted this promotion for a while. I really want to land on Elaine's radar soon. So if I can get her to train me, I'll be on the fast track to promotion. What? You want me to do what with your wife? That should have been the setup. Oh, there we go, man. If I just bided my time. Oh man, okay. Cut that part out where I explained the joke before I said it. The amazing things about EGC is that all the clothes you see the models wearing, you can go and buy for yourself. Lady, don't they tell you not to use acronyms when nobody knows what the hell it means? So it's more than an expo than a fashion show, and it's big PR for the brands. In the fashion industry, it's one of the biggest events of the year. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll be doing more than attending this year. I'm helping as a staff member. There's 2 months left until opening day. Gotta work hard. This needs to be everything that a girl could dream of. Why can't a guy dream of it? Misandrist. The Edith's Girls Collection, or EGC, is an ode to fashion design. All the biggest brands strut their stuff there. Some sexist ass shit, man. It'll be my 5th show, but it never ceases to get me all hyped up when the time rolls around. I was actually involved with the very first EGC. It was a very formative experience for me. In a roundabout way, I have the EGC to thank for launching my own career. Couldn't really tell because the text boxes, I mean, I guess that's gray. But it could be kind of blue. It's just like, oh, it's all weird because it's all so zoomed in. You're not supposed to see it at this angle. We got the VR HUD activated.
We have full confidence in our products.
Just gotta see it.
We await your
I don't even know you do it. It's status? Or is it equip? I think it's equip, right? That's not that pink, man.
Visit.
I don't really, I mean, the hair color stuff, it's like, I don't know. The hair is like the most, like, important part. Changing that feels weird. Like, it's like Rosette's whole character is that she's blue. It's like, write a quick bio. Is blue. That's the important information in the reset file for me. Are we done? No. We still got the basketball court. It's you. Hey, thanks for helping out with that whole thing with Mark. Boys that got wrapped up with are still going and causing trouble, if you can believe it. They just act like nothing happened after they sent one of their own guys to die. Makes me want to puke. And they're still getting new members. Guess some numbnuts out there think they're cool. They ain't got all clean rap sheets. That doesn't matter here. We leave it all in the court. Everybody's got stuff on their plate, but you can find common ground. Find a place you belong if you get help and talk to people. Gangs don't give a shit about that. They just drag people down and don't let them go. Being miserable for the sake of it. Makes me sick. Ain't no road to recovery, it's just a downward spiral. That all you got? Don't you get... Brother, Fairy's almost taller than you, man. Give it up. You got no shot. Plus, look what you're wearing, man. This fucker ain't making a single point. I'm calling it. Don't catch on after losing over and over again. God, I just hate this arrogant ass, but I gotta admit, he's good. This ain't just dumb luck. Oh my god, you guys are that bad? Simon's probably the only one who can take him on at this point. But Kirk, a little advice from someone who's been around longer than you. Pride comes before the fall. Sounds like you're just mad because you're bad. Thanks for the advice. Hate to say it, but I'm just built different than most other players here. Anybody can practice here, of course, but man, sometimes it gets hard to practice with these guys around. I can feel their jealous eyes on me. Is Simon really the only player good enough for me? I don't care if it's somebody talented or just a physical freak. Just give me something. Kirk's got talent, but it's kind of a dumbass. Well, aside from Simon and me anyway, I guess that quirk of his is what makes him interesting. Lady, I can't hear you. He acts all standoffish, but then every so often he turns into a spoiled little brat. He just refuses to eat peppers. Can you believe that? What?
Indeed.
I'm gonna be honest. My brain was getting destroyed by... It's kind of funny that having the camera like that makes it extremely loud. I mean, I get having like proximity-based like audio, but having it be like tied to the camera is kind of funny, and like to that degree. Now, I think we maybe are a little early, but we don't really have anything else to do because we can't really start a quest or anything. So we only got like a little bit of time before I think the video's supposed to end. So, we'll go ahead and call it here. Maybe a little early, I'm not entirely sure how long the first part of this video was, but yeah, so next time we will probably start with our monster fight. We'll go over there, fight our monster, and then we'll do our actual real side quest. Sound like a plan? And maybe there won't be quite as long as of a gap in between, well, like, in between my personal recording sessions, because I basically have lost my entire backlog. This is like part 76. I think part 74 went up today, so I gotta try and work on getting that back up, because I actually managed to have a slightly decent backlog, and then, well, you know, the backlog had to be used. That's the thing about those old backlogs, is sometimes you end up having to use them, and then you don't have a backlog anymore, and then you're like, oh no, I gotta make the backlog. Goodbye.